We're celebrating with the amazing Billy F. Gibbons, not only 55 years as ZZ Top, but of course, the amazing tour they're on, um, the Sharp Dress Simple Man tour with Leonard Skinner, the one and only two forces from the South joining and slaying them every night. And I know you've done solo albums now, the Big Bad Bass and all the great stuff, and you have a very prolific career. You got the whiskey, you got everything happening. But talk about hearing this idea originally of putting these two bands together. I know it's kind of a no-brainer for the fans. Like, wow, look at that set list for the night. I get to hear all my favorite ZZ Top songs and Leonard Skinner songs, and talk about how that is a match made in musical heaven.
Well, it is a great combo. And speaking of longstanding friendships, someone pointed out that ZZ Top actually hired Leonard Skinner for their one of their first paying gigs. I think it was down in Macon, Georgia, or South Carolina, somewhere down there. We were making the rounds with a tour called the Outlaw Tour, and to this day, I think that what they bring to the party is of great value. It's one of the great tickets that still exist out in the concert world. ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner, what a combination! It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really is. And I go way, way back with Ricky Medlock. And of course, it's great to see Johnny Van Zant in there filling Ronnie's shoes. But, it's the songs. The songs are bigger than any one person. These songs will live long past you and all these guys. And sorry to see, of course, that triple guitar tack going with Alan Collins and Gary Rossington and Ed King and all that. But boy, you hit the ground running. Got me under pressure, waiting for the bus. Give me all your loving legs, sharp dressed man, pearl necklace. Just got paid. Jesus just left Chicago. I'm bad. I'm nationwide. My head's in Mississippi. Viva Las
Woo!
Vegas. And they won't let you leave the stage without LaGrange. And I thank you, Sam and Dave,
Oh
in the
yeah,
house.
man. Yeah. Well, you've just run the gamut. I feel like going to work now.
You strap in, plug in, and what an amazing show. And I know you see generations out there. You look out at this audience and you meet them maybe before or afterwards, and it's like, wait a minute, you weren't even born when we made those hits. And their mothers and their grandmothers, their grandfathers and uncles are bringing the kids out, and they're like, wow, this is better than that new music, that's out there playing. And all hats off to everybody starting up a band and getting out there and trying to become the next one. But, you know, these classic music, what do you think it was about the 70s that made so many iconic bands and albums?
Gosh, I think it would be fair to say to go back as far as the 50s leading up to the 60s and all of that energy culminating in such a grandiose form and fashion. The 70s really brought it all together. I think that those kind of sounds still resonate. They creeped into the 80s, into the 90s, and to be clear, it seems like there's kind of a retro movement to embrace just what you're talking about. Uh, those particular sounds, they've got a kind of a semblance to, shall we call it a cornerstone, something to become. They have become a benchmark. It really is. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at these dates. You're about to head to Europe. They love you all over the world. Europe's got an appreciation for the blues and rock that rivals anywhere in the world. But you come back, you're in Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, even at Bethel Woods, up at the home of the mighty Woodstock. Massachusetts, again, Pennsylvania, Montauk, New York, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Minnesota, North Dakota, Georgia, Virginia Beach, uh, uh, Detroit, Pine Knob Music Theater. You've probably played a million times. Indiana, Concord, California, up at the White River Amphitheater, of course, beautiful Washington State, and Utah, bringing it down to Loveland, Colorado, and
Yeah.
ending in a brand new venue in Colorado Springs, where I've spent many a summer, Sunset Amphitheater. I just spoke to Ricky Medlock, and he says, "Yeah," he said, "we can talk 1st of October because we wind it down right there at the Sunset Amphitheater and take a breather." I know you see every city, every state. You love them all. I mean, music is so universal. Your songs are ingrained in the soundtrack of this audience, but it's got to make you feel good that what you started back then, you probably thought was something, going to be fun for maybe a few years. And it's made a life, a career, and a cottage industry for your crew and your teammates and everybody.
Oh yeah. My buddy from Montana, his real name, Mr. Tim Montana.
Ah,
A lot of folks have taken cotton to recently with Tim Montana. Hit it big. He has a couple of tracks that are rather strident. One called "Devil You Know," and the one that's gaining traction now called "Savage." Uh, I was in the studio with Tim, and it was the Gibbons boy meets the Montana boy, and we took a break and we dreamed up a recipe for hot sauce. And it doesn't matter where you are, where you may be. You just covered pretty much of the map of where we're embarking on with this Sharp Dress Simple Man tour.
yes.
ZZ Top and Leonard Skinnerd. We always have a bottle of Whisker Bomb hot sauce nearby, and it keeps it's fuel for the fire. We keep it going.
Well, this boy is grown up all over the world and living in Cali here for 40 some years. But truth be told, I was born in Billings, Montana, big sky country. I used to go and spend summers just below Billings, which is the north side of Yellowstone Park, some of the most amazing lakes and mountains in our beautiful country. And that's what grounded me. You look at nature like that, and there's a force bigger than us scurrying around down here. And
Well, you'll be happy to know, as well as all your listeners, I continued my alliance with Tim Montana. The two of us stepped forward, and we were able to purchase a real landmark. It's celebrating 125 years of existence outside of Butte. It's just a half an it's 30 miles southeast of Butte in Wise River, Montana.
mm,
And as you point out, that part of the world, uh, I guess it's fair to say that just about anything you could dream up of something fascinating and magnetizing is right there. It's as you earlier we talked about the connection it's T for Texas, T for Tennessee,
yes.
and now all the way up far north up into Montana. It's all good.
Yeah, big sky country where they don't have a speed limit up there.
Yeah, man.
It's like the Autobahn of America. You got beautiful mountains,
I
lakes,
finally,
clear,
I,
crystal water.
I
There you
finally
go.
got I finally got the car keys away from those pretty girls. I got the hot
Oh,
rod ready,
wow.
got ready to fire up. I got to go to the studio here
You
in a
can get
minute.
in the fourth gear, man, up in Montana.
There
Billy,
you go.
always a pleasure. We thank you, your family, your bandmates, your crew. You've given us a lifetime of supreme pleasure. Can't thank you enough. And until we speak again, man, please keep rocking.
Well, we'll join you and all of our friends to come out and have a good time. That's what it's all about. I appreciate the time, and as we say, have mercy.